Hello guys, just finished Global Hero in Dark Dimension 8 and we'll talk about my team, what I used and how many attacks I did. So you can see the second node took me 5 attacks, which wasn't too bad, but you had the annoying point with Allman Logan in there, that his was very difficult to perma-kill, also with the Panda Pool that he also gives him extra revive chance and 60% chance to revive. So you also wanted to perma kill him with Black Knight if you could. But the worst node was node number 1. Took me 8 attacks. You start the node with some sentinels, which you think they won't be the biggest trouble, and you see someone like Kang in there and want to kill him first. But then I left Sentinel for the Sentinels for later. And they also spawn with spawn as an Omega Sentinel next, and also one more Sentinel. And Sentinels, let me tell you, they're very annoying. So they have here that besides putting Taunt on someone on spawn, which I think then there will be 3 people with taunt. On this character's first turn, he gains taunt and he applies safeguard for 2 turns to self and all Orcish allies. You can someone negate this if you flip their immunities that I gain on spawn into disrupted, but you need to flip from all 3 of them, which if you are relying, for example, in Nightcrawler's basic, you can't really do this too much. And they end up like, because they also do heals, I don't know if it's in the kit or it's everything with a with Omega Sentinel. I don't see any heal here. Do the summons do anything? No. Deflect, which is not the most important thing. Flip all negative effects on them so they protect them a little bit. But she does a lot of heal. She does do her pings all the time, and she has a big revive chance, which always probed for me, and both her and Panda Pool. The thing is, with the team I brought, let's go to Global Hero. Global on Legendary. Okay, so I brought 3 Extreme, Black Knight, and Hank Pym. The reasoning was, of course, Extreme Synergy, which worked great because Gambit was always, I was almost always spamming this. It was giving speed up to everyone, to all 3 of them, and they would be taking more turns. He gives them speed bar. Also applies slow so the opponent so you can take more turns. All and speed up also. Nice. There's an evade that you protect. They protect each other. That's nice. And he heals them a lot. Can revive someone. And he gains speed war. Yeah, this worked nice. Nightcrawler was doing a lot of damage, was doing control. Gambit was nice. His pings weren't doing too much, but was doing something. Black Knight the same. Nice pings, putting drama out there. It was very important to kill some people. Also him having some perma kills, especially this that does some damage, but now with the newer character stats, it's not as impactful anymore. The 30% doesn't feel too much. It's maybe like 10% of their health if you're lucky. In some cases with the new characters in Dark Dimension 8. Ability block is nice. He renews his charges. He gives speed up to adjacent. The immunity, he heals himself, he cleanses people. Even as a striker, he clears positive effects from the opponent, he gains deflect. And yeah, I felt those four characters were great. They were. Gambit was also doing some damage. When he got to his ultimate, because he also had speed up, it didn't feel that he was always very far from it. He was doing some good damage. Sometimes he flipped things. You had some resistance issues with a lot of people, not too much with Nightcrawler's ultimates, but especially with Hank Pym that's 6 stars. And he speed up here, does some piercing damage, bleeds too many people, and I was happy with this trio and with Black Knight with them. The reasoning bringing Hank Pym, I thought he would be more valuable afterwards, which I guess is kinda true, but I'm not seeing a huge difference using my a bastardized Illuminati without Captain Britain, and I don't see like any big difference having him as a healer. I made him a healer for this because as a healer he cleanses vulnerables. The same happening with Forge as well, which is a nice addition to their kit. Hank Pym already has this with his special, so I thought they will be cleaning vulnerables around. Also, the healer class applies heals people if you hit someone with vulnerable, I think. He clears one bleeds from most injured ally. On turn regeneration to the most injured ally, heal them. It doesn't have anything to do with vulnerables. And they will be healing each other, yes. And also he has some nice stuff. Everything is with heroes. Barriers with heroes. Heal heroes, I think. No. Here where is it? Clears vulnerables and heals hero for 35%. To unavoidable attacks. Heals heroes again. Clears immunity, which is nice because the orc is spawned with immunity, and slow for 2 turns, offense down for 2 turns. He also goes very fast, parries heroes again, flips stealth, there's a darken there, and applies offense down. On any turn, he might clear some death with this, but mostly it was for this. That when a hero drops below 40%, he buries them, he heals them a lot, and clears all negative effects from that character. Yeah. Also here, he calls a hero for an assist. That's a nice extra. But him at 6 red and not at 3 diamond. The problem is, yes, this was happening. Forge and Hank Pym were kind of healing each other in many cases. Were keeping the team alive. extreme with speed up a lot, would be taking a lot of turns. Forge wouldn't revive too much people in an important point that they would help. This would happen a few times, but it's not something that you would rely too much on. They're also tanky, Nightcrawler and Gambit. They have some, like, Gambit goes into stealth and drains, Nightcrawler heals and puts evade to himself, and usually has safeguard as well with that, or very often. Black Knight was healing himself, wasn't dying too much. Uh, Also, Forge and Hank Pym were keeping him alive. But the problem with the orcs, especially in the raids, but in the nodes, but also other people, like even panda pools, they were healing more than you. So yes, you would be keeping your team alive. They would be keeping their teams alive. For once, you had to spend a lot of time in the nodes and very slowly chip away at each character to try to kill them, but usually they will be healing better than you and they will be doing a little bit more damage, and you would die. So if I knew how difficult the nodes would be and how little value I would get from Hank Pym, and especially now that the event is running and you need to rush to get, even if you get those two, why not? To get those two milestone rewards. I would bring, instead of Hank Pym, I would bring a Sunspot. I don't really care too much to have him big, but he would be giving offense up to them, more damage, stat, energy after a while, after a little bit in the nodes. Energy with this, energy with this. He has some control effects, cool, but mostly, even if I left him like this and just put ISO 3, the other, like Gambit and Nightcrawler and even Forge, would do more. Forge would spam his ult more, he would revive a Sunspot. Even if he was left like this, he would die. Forge would revive him, energy again to everyone. Nightcrawler would spam his ultimate, Gambit would spam his ultimate, Forge could ult again. So this would definitely make it a lot faster, make it a lot more reliable, make it less annoying, because I could imagine someone getting stuck with 3 Sentinels and Omega Sentinel and other annoying people like Panda pulling there, that the bastard revived the so I had him in the node, even though he had only 25% revive chance. And you had Omega Sentinels reviving 2-3 times in a row. And it's very hard to chip away at her. Or I had to do basically 3 sack attacks that I didn't accomplish almost anything, just to kill one person in the first attack, to pull some abilities and bring my abilities closer to being ready. And you cannot see them now, but it's like 70 million, 40 million, 30 million. It was just very slowly to kill a couple of people, to slowly finish the node with sentinels with half-life at least, so you can kill them in the next attack, for you to have more energy, for the opponent to have, so you have pulled their abilities. And then you basically had to do 3 sack attacks that I had to reset like 20, 30, 40 times to get a good sack attack in. Otherwise I would be stuck in there in a hell loop for 2 weeks, and then do another 20 attacks in the follow-up cleanup, so you can start killing them and get the ball rolling. So I guess if you brought this team and you started with the Sentinels, then you wouldn't be stuck so much. But again, you have Omega Sentinels reviving, you have Panda Pools reviving, you have a normal Logan in the second node that took me again to suck attacks, but I was making progress there. I was killing some people, and the last one I kinda brought my abilities closer to be ready, and also pulled to Old Man Logan's ultimate. I still had to reset it a lot of times, so you could perma kill Old Man Logan with Black Knight ultimate and Panda Pull with Black Knight passive. It was fun to some degree because it's like the old scourges that you had to reset, so you can save your cores and pay. But I spent a lot of heals. I spent a lot of time in the nodes, and it was annoying. It wasn't. And Hank Pym, like considering the value Hank Pym added, and the course I would be wasting now if I wanted to do the node now for the event. No, I would bring Sunspot 100%. It would be a lot easier. He would do more damage. And remember at the beginning of the first node, kill at least one sentinel. It will make your life so much easier. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't see really too many great candidates here. I kind of thought of Quicksilver, especially if I had him a gear tier 19, he would be cool. I believe that if you brought the 3 new Illuminati, including Captain Britain, then it would be fun, and you could bring like Black Knight and Nightcrawler maybe with them. But like Hank Pym alone at 6 red, it was a point, especially with the 3 Sentinels and the Omega Sentinel, that he would take one turn and then get picked down by Omega Sentinel. He didn't do anything else after that for like 2 attacks until it somehow shifted a little bit, and maybe he was targeting someone else, or even he got pinged. The turn order was a little bit different, so you could have Hank Pym maybe go again, keeping his speed up because he spawns with 2 speed ups, and healing a little bit, and then having the heal between him and Force barely keep him alive if you're lucky. But he was squishy. He didn't really do too much damage. Yes, this is kind of nice because you can get an assist from a Nightcrawler and flip a taunt and immunity from someone, and even from Black Knight, and then he would clear a positive effect. Gambit putting out the heal block at some cases is kinda nice. He would do some healing, so it's not like trash. Him going first, this ability was nice. If it landed, you had to reset a lot of times for him to clear immunities, to actually apply slows, to actually apply offense downs. There was a resistance check, definitely, and it's kind of a long cooldown. This didn't feel too impactful. I usually some cases that I really needed a heal, or that a little bit for cleaning the vulnerables, but mostly to flipping positive effects from him, negative effects to positive to him from him, because he was ready to die and he had some blitz on him. Otherwise, I was more using this. It would barrier everyone. It would give assist to a random hero and do more damage that way. Yeah, I didn't really like Hank Pym. I don't know if Man Thing will be a thing. Maybe, but not right now, definitely. As you're running the event, do it fast, don't waste your course, bring Sunspots.